Hi grade 12 student. So in this video we are going to continue with our chapter of inventory valuation. So I pick one of the previous question paper that we are going to do to today's lesson. Guys, please make sure that you watch until the end, because these question papers, they look very familiar, but what I have realized is that they do some changes and they put some kind of trick that you need to know. But if you practice as much as possible question papers, guys, it's going to be very simple for you. Okay, let's start. It was question 1, and it was combination of inventory valuation and VAT. But in this video, we are going to focus only on inventory valuation. Okay, they said the bread traders sell electric fans, and the business is owned by Deb Fisher, and the information related to financial year end 30 April 2022, and the periodic inventory system is used by this business. Okay, and they also apply first in first out method. Okay, required number 1.1.1, calculate the following for the financial year end 30 April 2022. Number 1, value of closing stock. Okay, then we have 1.1.1, we have to calculate value of closing stock. Okay, remember this business apply a method of first in, first out. Okay, now let's look at our information. The first item that we need to pick when we are calculating FIFO, guys, is the closing unit. A closing unit, if you check, we have 470 units at the end of on 30 April 2022, the date that we are calculating. Okay, now let's go and proceed with our information. Remember, when we calculate FIFO method, we assume that first inventory that come is the first one that we sold, which means that our closing balance is from the last bench that we purchased. Okay, the last bench that we purchased, it was February 2022, and it was 300 units. Okay, then we have to read number C and D so that we understand if we this 300 inventory has some impact. It can be either donation or something, or return. Okay, number C, they said 6 electronic fans from December 2021 bench with the total cost of 1,650 were used as a price in advertising campaign. This 6 is from December, which means that when we go to December, 6 must taken out. 10 damaged fan from February 2022 and purchase were returned to supplier. A refund of total cost was received. Okay, the one that we're starting with on February, the last bench, 300, it was affected by a return of 10 units, which means that instead of taking 300, we're going to take only 290. Okay, from December, we are going to take 290. Remember, guys, in total we have to take 470. We took 290 because 10 were returned, which means that we no longer have it on our hands. Okay, and the unit price, it was 285. Okay, we're gonna calculate here. And then after that, we have to check if we take 470 minus 290, it must give us the balance that we are going to take on December, on the previous one. Okay, it's December, on December. This one is not December, guys, it's February. Okay, which means that we are going to take the different 290 minus 470, which is going to give us 180. 180 is obviously from December, because on December we left with 500 and only 6 were used for campaign, which means that even if we subtract it, we're still going to take 180. Okay, then we multiply by amount of 275. Okay, let's calculate this. This one is going to give us 82,650, and this one 49,500, and in total it's going to give us 132,150. Then if you do this calculation, guys, you are going to get 5 marks for free. Okay, that's how we work out first in first out method. Okay, then the next one, they said that we need to calculate cost of sales. cost of sales. Okay, cost of sales, we use the formula opening plus purchase minus return minus anything that is outside, then we minus closing. Okay, only sales that we do not include it under cost of sales formula. Okay, our opening, we have we use rand, guys. Here we don't use unit. 79,200. Okay, and total purchase, it was 376,500. Then we subtract. Number one, we are going to subtract additional information. Number C, 6 electronic fans were used for campaign. We have to deduct it, which means that we're gonna say 6 multiplied by amount of December is 275. 6 multiplied by 275 is going to give you amount of 1650. We said 6 multiplied by 275 in order for us to get this one. Okay, then the next one, we have to subtract a return, a damage, minus a damage. We said 10. Return was for February, is gonna be 10 multiplied by 285. Is 10 multiplied by 285, which is going to give us 2,850. After that, the last one, we minus our closing stock, minus 132,500, which is going to give us a cost of sales of 319.50, just like that. And if you do this calculation, guys, you are going to get 6 marks, just like that. Very simple. So I hope you are enjoying and you are learning something, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can see that now we are on a road to 10,000, but if you watch this video after it's reached 10,000, please subscribe, because we want more and more learners to discover this channel so that they can also learn the way you are learning. Okay, now let's proceed to the next one. 1.1.2. 1.1.2. Deb is concerned about the sales and probability. Okay, the owner is concerned about the sales and the probability, profitability, I mean. Okay, bullet number one, they said calculate the average stock holding. I want to explain something. If you watch my previous inventory questions, they didn't say that we have to calculate average inventory. They said we have to use closing balance. If they said use closing balance, use closing. Average, add opening and closing and divide by 2. Simple. Okay, this formula, it says average inventory divided by cost of sales. Cost of sales, we have it, is 319,050. Okay, average, which means that we have to add opening, which is 79,200, and the closing, we have to add them and we divide by 2. Okay, I think closing is this one, 132 and 150. Okay, then after that we need to multiply by 365 so that we can get days. Okay, if you do this, it's gonna give you amount or days or of 121 days. It's gonna give you 121 days. Okay, then the next bullet, they said based on your findings, comment on whether she should be concerned or not. She should be concerned or not about holding of 121 days. In other words, guys, this formula is saying that this business is taking 121 days in order for them to sell inventory. Do you think it's good? No, it's not good in a business. If you're running a business, inventory must move like almost every day. Okay, we can't hold a stock for a very long time because we want money as a business. So obvious, this is not good. Okay, you can explain whatever that you feel like is gonna be good enough. Okay, let me just read possible answers. Number one, you can say the sales of stock is very low. Sales of stock is low. Okay, another one, you can say a closing stock. If you check the closing stock, guys, of 132 is almost like a double of opening stock, which means that the situation is getting worse. Okay, so the another one, damage of stock becoming obsolete or outdated. Okay, so the damage is becoming outdated or is getting expiring. Okay, so yeah, obviously, especially if you are selling food, if you hold food for this long, they are going to expire, guys. So this is not good at all. Okay, they didn't ask us to give him or her advice, so no need to give advice. This is enough for marks allocated for 2 marks. Okay, Deb want to change to weighted average method to value electric fan as she feel that this will improve profitability. Comment on this proposal and 2 point. She want to change, guys, and her reason, if you check her reason, is because she want to improve profitability. You don't change a method because you want profit to look good. We call it unethical. This is unethical. Okay, it's more like she want to manipulate the value of a profit, which is not allowed at all. Okay, and if you check, you can see that the balance or the unit cost of this inventory, it was 250, it was costing 260 in September, 275 and 285. It's changing like almost every time, which means that we need to use the actual price so that we can get the real value of closing stock. But because if we use average, we're just going to get assumption. In this case, average, we can only use it from smaller item like sweets. You can't calculate 10,000 sweets, guys, one by one. It's too much. But because this electric fan, we can count them simple, which means that we need to use FIFO method. Okay, so I hope you learned something, guys. Those who want to join our extra class, guys, please make sure that you come as early as possible. The class is only 60 rand. So the advantage is that you will be able to consult on WhatsApp if you are part of our extra class. Only 60 rand per month. Nothing more, nothing less. So join us so that you will learn with other learners every Sunday, so that you will be able to also get some solutions, some different questions, so that you can practice. And if you don't understand, you will just ask us on WhatsApp so that we can help you guys in order for you to get a distinction if it is possible. So I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna see you on the next one.